I'm reviewing Laura Marling's Semper Femina.
It feels like a long time since I was free.
So, Semper Femina, always woman? Well, yes, but with a sting, for the words come from a longer, famous and more questionable phrase which translates as, woman is ever a fickle and changeable thing, which is of course a phrase from a man's gaze, defining by absence of understanding or imposition of belief. Basically, it's the punchline of many a smoky men's club comedian to a bunch of blokes. Women, eh? I know, right? Who can tell? Here's the rub, though. Semper Femina does not seek nor reflect the male gaze or the male assumption. In fact, it doesn't include men at all. Instead, it addresses friendship, love and connection, desire, need and anger, by a woman, for a woman, to women, or by someone who admires and respects and who herself has questions. To tell these stories, Marling continues her travels on the borderlines of music, finding roots through folk, pop, rock and something like adult soul. There's nothing in the world at the moment quite as sensuous as the slow-breathing bass of Wildfire, with its little exploratory guitar lines and the loose echo on the drums. Well, nothing except maybe the slinking, viscous shape of Soothing that entwines with you like a leg thrown over your exhausted, sweat-tipped body, as Marling's voice stands on the line between tense and trembling. Semper Femina also has psych folk in the manner of Linda Perhacs, some pretty-as pop which matches Norah Jones, Texas-style electric guitar over a slow shuffle, and several tracks which draw from her long-standing interest in the intimate, gently deployed manner of Nick Drake. Most of all, though, whether her voice is set inside your head and so warm it could reheat even Scott Morrison's heart, or her melody is twisting the straightforward, Laura Marling has you on a journey of your own, man or woman. Given it's a woman's album about women, let's go to a man.
Finally, we're not ignored anymore.
This is a great album, isn't it? She's a remarkable talent. She's only 27, and this is her 6th album in 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy, and the quality has been pretty consistent. But her voice is what got me for this album. It's just the silkiness and the creaminess of this voice, particularly when she really hangs on certain notes. I got like a really strange, of the opening song, Soothing, I kind of imagined a Bond vibe off that. These sweeping kind of strings and slightly sinister, old worldy sort of feel. I could see that being like a 70s Bond track.
I thought that was a real Tori Amos inspired kind of track.
Right.
And I thought it was the most probably experimental song on the album. And I thought, when it opened on that, I kind of thought she was going to go down that route. So I was a little surprised then that the rest of it was sort of conventional in a lot of ways, you know. I like Wildfire was a great track. Kind of reminded me of something Bob Dylan would have written, you know, that and the strength in her voice. I liked that too. There's sort of like this sort of vulnerability and strength. But I felt like would have liked her to have gone down the more experimental thing that she was doing in the beginning with Soothing.
Well, there was a lot of production things that, you know, little sounds bubbling up underneath. I mean, it was kind of the way I think that her voice was a counterpoint to those crazy little production things that we really liked. There was like fuzzed out guitars coming in and out and glitchy things. And of course, the amazing, like 2 double basses.
Yeah, the
just
double basses.
slinking all over each other, I think, as you suggested, was amazing. I love that Laura can use, her voice is like, it's a trick. And I remember it was when we used to interview Laura Marling too, because you knew you had to match her relaxed way of talking, but you couldn't let your guard down because she's so intelligent. You would just get into this laconic style, but then she would trap you because she's talking so intelligently and fiercely. And that's the same with these lyrics, because they are so biting and well put together. But if you weren't listening properly, you just sort of hearing this lilt.
You were saying about finding her intimidating to talk to, in the sense that you need to be on the ball. I interviewed her the first time before her first album came out. She was 17, and I was sitting there thinking, this woman, she was a girl. This woman is smart and sharp, and same as you, I need to be on my game here. No patronising, oh yeah, you've made a really nice album. She'd made a stunningly good album at 17, but was already a serious thinker. And this album actually, in a sense, is like the thinking that comes out of being someone who was deadly serious at 17, 18, 19, 20, and is actually loosening up more, both musically and lyrically, but also emotionally. She kept herself really contained for her first 3-4 albums in particular. The last few albums have been loosening, and she's found herself freer lyrically, musically, and emotionally, and it just comes through in this album more than anything she's done.
2 stars then.
I'm giving it a solid 4 and tipping up to 4.5.